Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Darragh Martin and I am a 24-year-old real estate agent here in Dubai. Back with this video again. We are doing this kind of vlog style where we're going to visit one of my favorite projects to give you a lowdown of what's going down there, and then we're going to go back to the office to explore the whole master plan, and I'll tell you exactly what's available and why this is one of my favorite projects. So today we are visiting probably my favorite project in Dubai and the safest investment that you can probably make, and it is Expo City. So Expo City, for those of you that don't know, is in Dubai South. So it's a part of the government's vision to move the population down south. Dubai South is probably the hottest area right now for off-plan projects, for development. It's where we have, the new Palm Jebel Ali is down here. We've just got the announcement of the Al Maktoum International Airport as well, which is in Dubai South. This specific airport, this will be replacing DXB. So if you've ever been to Dubai, that airport where you've been, it's absolutely massive, but they're actually shutting it down completely. And they're opening one which is 5 times as big in the Dubai South region. So the Al Maktoum International Airport, that's costing the government 135 billion dirhams, which is, I heard a cool stat, it's like 25 times the cost of the Burj Khalifa. It's just insane amount of money. Of course, you're not going to prefer an apartment looking at the airport than looking at the Burj Khalifa, but it's just to give you an idea of the level of infrastructure and funding that the government are putting into this area is why it's so popular right now for off-plan. So Expo City is a city which was originally built back before 2020, and it was designed and built to host the event Expo 2020. So it was actually held in 2021 because of COVID, but Expo is, a worldwide known event. It's held in international cities since like the 1900s or something, and it's just for the cities to show their new technologies, what they're doing for the future and things of that nature. So I'll actually pop up here a little graph which I find very interesting, is the cities which have hosted Expo City or Expo the event, how their prices in real estate changed over the next 5 to 10 years, I think. And yeah, obviously prices shoot up because it's cities that are at the forefront of thinking about the future, thinking about how they're going to improve. So I think that's quite interesting. Expo City itself, which we're pulling up to now in about 5 minutes, it's a city built on sustainability and looking after the environment. That's the kind of whole vibe. And when I first heard of it, I was a little bit skeptical of it, but when you really understand the level of infrastructure here and the opportunity that you have, it's incredible. So in 2020, Sheikh Mohammed announced his 2040 master plan. And in this plan, he established Dubai South as a new urban economic center. And Expo City is the downtown of Dubai South. So it's the heart, it's the center of Dubai South. And what they've built already is a full city which is operational. So 25 billion dirhams worth of infrastructure already in place, which includes, we're going to see Al Wasl Dome, we'll see all the buildings, offices already built, fully functional metro station, an Emaar Mall, which will be operational by the end of the year. So a full city which has been built, and the last piece of the puzzle are the residential apartments, the townhouses and the villas. The units everyone will live in, which is backwards compared to what most cities are built like. Most cities, they build the apartment buildings and the houses first, and then they start, dotting in shops and schools, restaurants, hospitals, wherever they can. But Expo City has been carefully designed from the beginning, and it's just one of the lucky benefits, I suppose. When you have this desert landscape and you have so much money, you're able to carefully design how a city should function and operate beforehand, and they've done it beautifully. So Expo City is fully pedestrianised. No cars are actually in the city centre. So yeah, it's based on technology, it's based on sustainability, lots of solar panels going around, and yeah, I think it's going to be an incredible city. It is an incredible opportunity to invest in. We'll go into the investment case, why it makes so much sense to invest in it a little bit later on. But yeah, let's just see what the city's like. Welcome to Expo City, ladies and gents. Beautiful, right? There's usually some buggies that take you around, because 0% chance we're walking around here. It does be very hot, but we'll have a look around. We'll give you a tour of the place. We'll visit the sales center as well to see the mock-up, see the master plan, the master community. But yeah, just have a look around. In there, we can see sustainability pavilion. You can see all these huge trees which have solar panels on top of them, and they turn and twist depending on where the sun is, which is pretty cool. So all the apartment buildings will have solar panels on top of them. These will all be used to just power Expo City as well, and it's meant to be full sustainability and technology by the time it's handed over in 2026. So yeah, let's find a buggy and go to the sales center. And just for your information, so if you come out here, like this will be the city center, and you can see there's no cars in here. They have buggies that come up and down here. There's mobility solutions such as e-bikes and e-scooters, and I have asked, you are allowed to have your own electric buggy in here. So we're gonna see if they put any like speed rules on how fast your electric, but you can't have a Tesla. I did ask that. Can't have a big huge cyber truck. But yeah, let's go to the sales center. So here we are. This is the master plan for the whole Expo City. So as we drove in, we saw this huge dome in the middle, Al Wasl Dome. This is where they have a lot of the light shows and different events on throughout the year. And we are in one of the pavilions. Oh, which one? Who knows? I actually think we're in this building here. I don't know though. But yeah, this is the full master community. I'm not sure if we can see the whole thing. Al Wasl Dome in the middle. This is the full Expo Center. So this is where the expedition was on. Dubai's World Trade Center is also relocating down here. It's shutting down in Sheikh Zayed Road and moving to here. This was like 3 times as big as the last one, but they've actually decided it's not big enough. So they're gonna extend it all the way down here and to the top. We also have, it's directly connected to the metro station, and we have a full Emaar Mall, which has been constructed here. So these 3 buildings in the middle are the first 3 residential apartments in Expo City, and they will be the only 3 apartment buildings in actually the middle. So what's built right now is just this little circle on the inside. Everything else is yet to come. So down here we also have Expo Valley, which is all the townhouses and villas, and yeah, we'll have a look around outside. So we're gonna walk now, guys, to the dome. Unfortunately, you don't have the best real estate YouTube broker in the world, because I'm not walking around this entire city to show you everything, because it is very, very hot. But we will show you the dome, and just to give you an idea of what the place is like. So yeah, all these buildings around here will either be offices or retail, shops, food and beverage, restaurants, things of that nature. There's a lot of companies already set up here, such as Siemens have located actually their headquarters here. DP World, which are one of the logistic companies here. Also you have NG Solar Energy, French energy company, Terminus, and also Emirates are moving their headquarters here. As the new airport opens up in Dubai South, Emirates are relocating fully their headquarters to Expo City. So it is a free zone. There's a lot of companies opening up here, and they're expecting around 10,000 employees in Expo City itself. And we'll move on to the investment case later on when we're looking at it back in the office, but there's only 1,500 apartments in here. So there's a huge supply and demand imbalance there with 10,000 employees and 1,500 apartments. It makes sense to buy in here versus other locations. But yeah, follow me and we'll bring you to the dome, like in The Simpsons. Oh, here's Siemens. Get this. Told you, I wasn't lying. So yeah, you can imagine what it's like, or what it might be like, because it's full pedestrian. There's no cars in here in the city centre at all. And like, you still can have a car. There's underground parking already built for the entire city centre. So all the buildings, even in the middle, you enter underground from way out there and you come all the way in, take elevators up. So everything inside, fully pedestrian. This is the biggest entertainment dome in the world, apparently. I think the one in Las Vegas has to be bigger, the one that lights up with the UFC and everything, but there's shows on here the whole time. I think there's a light and music show every evening. Maybe we can catch it, but they'll do shows for Ramadan and different things. They'll just always have different events going on in here. So come on, yeah, let's take a look inside. So there you have it, guys. That has been a little tour of around Expo City, the sales centre as well, to get the full idea of the master plan. There's lots going on here, and this is just the beginning of Expo City. So like I said, this is the heart of Dubai South. It's the city centre, and this city is going to keep growing and growing. So let's head back to the office now, where I can give you a detailed rundown of everything that's been built here already and why this is such a good investment opportunity if you are looking to invest in Dubai. So boom, we are back in the office, and here we're going to dig a little bit deeper into what the master plan in Expo City is. And I'm also going to relay to you what is the investment case, why it's so good of an investment to invest here in the heart of Dubai South. So yeah, this is the master plan for Expo City that we saw there. There's the little dome. We saw this on the mock-up actually in the sales center. This is the Expo Center, which will be extended. Boom, boom. It's got the metro station, the Emaar Mall, and we have the three only residential apartment buildings that will be in the heart of Expo City. For understanding the investment case for investing in Expo City, I think it's very important to understand a number of key factors. First being the supply that's coming to Expo City. So let's dig into that a little bit deeper. So for apartments, in total, there will be 1.5 thousand apartments in the city center. And I think we spoke about this briefly when we were walking around. There will be 10,000 jobs in the middle of Expo City. So a huge supply and demand imbalance right there. 10,000 employees. Now, of course, not all of them are going to live within the city center. They might live out in villas. They might live here in Expo Valley. But these are the type of figures that you want to be examining when you're looking at different regions in Dubai. For example, JVC, huge rental yields, but there's so much supply coming and we don't anticipate the demand getting any bigger. So this is such an important factor to consider. So I think if we look at the split between 1 beds, 2 beds and 3 beds for the whole master plan, it's not fully released yet. The third building hasn't been released yet, but we're looking at a standard of like 20% are going to be 3 beds, around 30% are going to be 2 beds, and then 50% are going to be 1 beds. So no studios in this project. They're really going after, they don't want, people who are renting studios. That's really short term. People, this is for families. So that's when you get a community that don't offer studios, it's really tailoring towards families. And that's a nice healthy mix, I think, between 1, 2s and 3 beds. And if we take a look up here, this is Expo Valley. If we analyze the supply there, In total, we're going to have around 508 units. And if we break that down amongst the townhouses, semi-detached villas, standalone villas, and then plots as well, it works at around, 4% are the plots, which will be up here, and we'll dig into that a little bit deeper. And then we're looking at around 8%, only 40 standalone villas here. I think these are one of the best investments in Dubai right now, because you're getting a standalone villa which is overlooking this huge natural reserve, which when we look at the brochure for the Maha standalone villas, there's nothing quite like this in Dubai. You're going to have deer running around here, natural wildlife, and it's the only villa community in Dubai where you're with a walking distance to a city centre. So this is going to be huge for families when we look at this. Dig deeper into this Expo Valley master plan with all the clubhouse, nature, greenery, and walking distance to schools, malls, and the entire city centre. I think this is going to be a massive community which is going to have such high demand for end users, especially families with young kids. Following on from that, around 28% are going to be semi-detached villas, which are in the middle. And then the huge bulk of them is 60% of townhouses at the end of the community. So these are one of the most sought after townhouses pretty much in Dubai. All sold out right now. To give you an idea of what's still available, we have the apartments in Sky Residences. We have 2 beds and 3 beds. 1 beds are completely sold out at the moment. We do sometimes get cancellations of units. So if you are interested, you can sometimes get units where people pull out of the payment plans, but they are often snapped up very quickly. So you need to do your due diligence on the project already and be waiting for your broker to call you. Hey, we got a 1 bed, let's go. So, and then if we look over here, all semi-detached sold out, which are from here to here, all townhouses sold out. And we just have about, I think, 3 standalone villas looking over this reserve, and a couple plots as well if you want to build your own villa. And now let's have a look at what's in Sky Residences, the apartments, and we'll just run through that very quickly. So this is actually a good map to give you an idea of where the location is. So this is Expo City, Dubai Marina right here. A lot of people might say that, Expo City is way too far out. It's too far down south. They don't understand the vision of Dubai South, of the city moving down here. But honestly, I've driven from my work is around here in Al Quoz, 25-minute drive. If you're coming from the marina, which I've done before, I was having lunch and then come to Expo City, 15 minutes it takes to get there. It's quicker to go from Dubai Marina to Expo than it is from Dubai Marina to the Burj Khalifa. So I think it actually is really centrally located when we consider where Dubai is shifting with the Palm Jebel Ali here, everything which is going down south. This is the heart of the new Dubai. So it's really not that far out, and this gives you a good idea of actually where it is. And the new airport, boom, 5 times as big as DXB, which is here, which is shutting down. This will be the largest airport in the world. 130 billion dirhams. I think I've said this already, but yeah, just to give you an idea of where it's located so you can get an understanding. This is why I don't love sharing brochures with people, because they don't really share with you all the facts that make you really understand the value of the project. Like the amount of money spent on infrastructure, the location, like understanding that there will be 10,000 jobs, there's only 1,500 units, like all of these proper figures and analysis of the supply, demand, what makes this a great investment, or what makes this truly a good community to live in. You never get it in the brochure. You literally just get people smiling. So that's why we never just directly send out brochures before actually meeting and having with the clients, before having a presentation from the developer and running through it, because yeah, it's just people smiling. So, and when I say that to people, they laugh as well. So this is, yeah, the 3 beds have phenomenal views of Al Wasl Dome where we were chilling. I think they're going to perform very, very well on short term. And here we go, some more happy families. And look at how happy they all are. Obviously going to be a good investment. Got all the This will be interesting to see. I'll see if I can find a video to put in here. And we obviously know Al Wasl Dome. Boom. Everything looks fantastic. Yeah, the prices. Sure, I haven't gone through the prices yet. Let's do that. One beds are between 1.6 and 1.9 million. Like I said, sold out. Couple coming back on cancellation. Two beds. These are going between 2.5 to 2.9 million. And the three beds are going between 4.2 and 4.5 million. So this is a much lower price per square foot than you're going to get in established areas such as downtown Dubai and the marina. And the magic about the Sky Residences apartments, specifically from an investment point of view, is the 5-year post-handover payment plan. So let's take a look at that. I'm not entirely sure how visible this is on the camera, but listen, I'm not a YouTuber, I am a real estate agent. You're gonna have to deal with it. So yeah, this is the magic from an investment point of view. There's no other payment plan like this in the market. Most developers don't do post-handover, and these are the only to do 5-year post-handover. So as you can see, 10% down payment, 10% after 1 month, and then you're at 5, 5, 5, 5 every 6 months until handover, 5% on completion. And then you're looking at 5% every 6 months for 5 years post-handover. So essentially, you can technically double your budget, but because if you just pay up to here, then you stick in a tenant, either on long-term or short-term basis, and they will pay for the rest of the payment plan. Now, of course, I'm an investment advisor. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're on long-term, you're probably not going to pay the full amount of what these payments are, but at least you can get your tenant paying a good chunk of it. And of course, this is a flexible payment plan. If 5 years isn't enough for you and you are eligible for a mortgage, you can convert this, just pay directly all of this amount to the developer here, and then take out a 20 or 30-year mortgage, depending on what you are eligible for. So, and one of the most interesting investment cases for Expo City is actually the short-term rental market. People don't consider this enough. So obviously Al Wasl Dome has events going on the whole time. We also had Untold Music Festival in Expo City. I think Alicia Keys and other singers and pop artists, not my thing, festivals and all this, but there's a lot going on throughout the year at Expo City. So we anticipate that the short-term rental market actually won't experience the downturn that you normally get from, say, an apartment on the beach. Because in Dubai, it obviously gets very hot over the summer. So the short-term rental market experiences a huge reduction in the summer months. But we think that because there's constant non-stop events throughout the year, that you're not going to experience that same fluctuation here. So I think it's going to perform very, very well on a short-term rental basis or long-term with all the companies that are in there. So I think having that flexibility to go on short-term or long-term is just going to make this such a good investment. We have the Maha standalone villas in Expo Valley. This is the only thing left in Expo Valley. All the townhouses, like I said, are sold out. And boom, look at, you got your natural wadi, natural reserve with your deers running around. This is going to be an incredible end user product for families, especially with the layout and the design of the villas and how much nature is built into this community and the thought process behind, you know, the front row villas here are looking over the reserve, and the back villas are raised actually 4 meters so that they're also looking over the reserve. It's an incredible design, and it's, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, the only villa community within walking distance of a city centre in all of Dubai. So in walking distance to your schools, hospitals, retails and everything like this, I think this is going to be a huge hit amongst end users, especially families with young kids. So let's just run through it, rip through it as usual. So of course this is Expo Valley over here. And yeah, we got our Maha standalone villas where there's a couple units left available. We've already seen the map. We don't really need to see the layouts. But it's actually very, very nice, the quality of finishing. They have a villa which is built in their sales centre, which you can have a look around. And yeah, everyone's happy. Once again, everyone's just really, really happy about this project. So of course it's going to be a good investment, right? So there you have it, guys. That is the full breakdown of Expo City, what it is, how it's part of Sheikh Mohammed, the ruler of Dubai, his vision to move Dubai down south, fully pedestrianised city, which is full sustainability, full technology, has all this infrastructure built first, 25 billion dirhams worth of infrastructure, only 5 billion dirhams worth of residential going in there. So this really is a no-brainer. Sheikh Mohammed is calling Expo City his legacy. So Dubai, over and over, the government has proven that their visions come through. They are trying to become, and I think they will become, the #1 city in the world for everything, whether that's technology, sustainability, finance, for living, convenience. They are really taking over the world. And everything that they've said they've done in the past, they've done. So you investing in Expo City, with all the reasons that I gave you why it makes sense, but you are also just betting on Dubai as a city. So I really think this is a fantastic project. It is probably, it's the safest and the biggest no-brainer investment that you can make in Dubai right now. And if you want more information on it, of course, let me know and I'll be happy to run you through exactly what's going on here. So yeah, this is the second video, guys, that we have done, like this kind of vlog, show you the areas, and then back in the office doing the master plan, telling you what's available. If you like these, please let me know. And of course, always let me know what type of content you do want to see, and we'll see you in the next one.